All right. Here's another one on Instagram. Talk about what you used to eat as a child or food that you used to think were good. And these are muted because I think some of these are trademark. Okay, let's pause this. Chicken nuggets in 2003. Ingredients were chicken, water, salt, seasoning. Chicken nuggets today in McDonald's. White boneless chicken, water, vegetable oil, enriched flour, uh, what bleached? What does that say? Bogot flour, bleached wheat starch, yellow corn flour, modified cornstarch, dextrose. Wow, there's just a lot of trash. Okay, citric acid, soybean oil. That's interesting. Soybean oil. A lot of people are allergic to soy. I don't think it's good to have soy on everything. Well, maybe we'll talk about that at some point. All right, here's another one. Oh, gosh, they go by so quick. All right. Oh, that was another one we missed. Okay. 1970, potato chips were potatoes, oil, and salt. Now it's, oh my goodness, all this stuff: corn, flour, sunflower, corn, canola oil. Okay, those are the oils. Maltodextrin salt. Sugar. Why is sugar in these? Sodium acid pyrophosphate. But why is sugar? Corn syrup? What? Why is corn syrup in potato chips? That must be like when you go to one of those nice places and they have the homemade potato chips. Why they're so much better. That makes sense. French fries, 2000. Potatoes, beef tallow, and salt. Today, it's potatoes, vegetable oil, canola and soybean, natural beef flavor, wheat and milk derivatives, dextrose, sodium, acid, pyrophosphate. I don't know what pyrophosphate is actually. Salt, citric acid, TBHQ, and there's another one. I'm not going to even bother. That's crazy though. It makes sense. They used to be so good for you and now they're just not. Ice cream then. Cream, milk, eggs, sugar. Now, palm oil, liquid sugar. Way. Gosh, there's just so much trash. Corn syrup. Why is corn syrup in ice cream? Okay, 1970. Peanut butter, peanuts, and salt. Now, peanuts, sugar, soybean oil. Why is there sugar? Molasses, fully hydrogenated vegetable oils, rapeseed, and soybean. Soybean again. Corn syrup solids, pea protein. That's crazy. Yogurt, cultured milk. Now, strawberries, cane sugar, fructose. Well, that's a lot of sugar. Red 40 blue dye. Blue 1. Okay. Tapioca starch. Why is there so much starch in it? What? Nutella. I don't even like Nutella, but let's see. Oh my gosh, there's soy in Nutella. Emulsifier, soy lecithin. Good lord. Ketchup, tomato, sugar, vinegar, salt. Okay. Now it's high fructose corn syrup again. Citric acid, onion powder. Okay. Corn syrup. Wow. Gatorade then. Water, sugar, salt, flavoring. Okay, so now water, sugar, citric acid, dextrose, monopotassium phosphate, modified cornstarch, natural flavor. Goodness gracious. Monopotassium phosphate. Okay. Sugar, water, carbon dioxide, Coca-Cola extract. That's in the 2000s. Now, water, sugar, carbon dioxide, artificial coloring, caramel. This is crazy. No wonder things are so bad for everyone. You know, they make jokes about Americans being so overweight, but this is why. Foods that shouldn't have sugar has sugar now. That is wild. All right, let's go to the next one. Who would trust drug dealer who refuses to touch his own product? The CEO of Pepsi was recorded saying he'd never let his family touch any of their products. Oh gosh. Steve Jobs banned his kids from using the iPad. The CEO of McDonald's claims he doesn't touch his own company's food. The founder of TikTok says he never scrolls on TikTok. The creator of Kellogg's cereals refused to eat cereal of any kind. Cereal is really bad for you for the most part. Bill Gates strictly limited his children's technology use. Mark Zuckerberg puts tape on his laptop's camera and microphone. Oh gosh. Yeah, get that one. Oh gosh. That's crazy. I agree with that. You know, you can trust something when the person that makes it or the people that work there want it. Like, it's also one of those things that, you know, somebody works at a restaurant and you say, oh, do you eat there? Do you enjoy their food? It's because they know how it's made. They know what's going on in the background. But this is like 10 times even worse because they're the ones that make it. They're the ones that do all of it. They're the ones that make all the decisions. So if they aren't going to partake, that's something to be weary about. For sure. All right, let's see if we can find another one here. FDA just found something in Domino's pizza sauce. Traces of carcinogens in Domino's pizza sauce. Oof. Was rejected after testing positive for ethanol oxide, a pesticide, and known carcinogen. Yikes. I like her. She's pretty awesome. Okay. Oh. If liquid metal can't break down a McDonald's burger, just imagine what it's doing inside your body. Gosh. I mean, it just barely burned it. That's bread too. That's crazy. Oh, that's so creepy. That's so creepy. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Okay. We're not going to do any of that. We're just going to see if we can stick with some of the food stuff. Okay. Can anyone tell me what's in these damn burgers? What happens when you leave McDonald's burger in a bag for over 20 years?
Run it set to 24 years.
Alright, let's go back to this.
So you want to see my hamburger. It's in a box in my closet. This is the sack that it came in, and it was advertising a NASCAR race in 1996. So this dates the hamburger in its sack to 24 years old now.
Ooh.
The French fries look like they maybe could have fallen under your seat a month or so ago. They've never rotted or decayed.
Oh gosh.
The hamburger itself, the bread has never molded. The
No.
meat
No.
has never rotted.
No.
It's never even broken. It's completely intact. So, 24-year-old hamburger. Not sure what would happen if you ate it, though.
Okay, that's disturbing. Why do people still eat at McDonald's? I never did McDonald's very much growing up. We couldn't really afford to eat out. We had a lot of kids, so we couldn't really afford to eat out. But that
Costco is facing a
that's
lawsuit.
crazy. Ooh.
Costco is facing a lawsuit over its popular rotisserie chickens. A group of shareholders filed a lawsuit against the company over its treatment in raising chickens.
You trust Costco with your family's dinner, but their meat undergoes a controversial process that's banned in several countries. Costco injects every single rotisserie chicken with a phosphate solution before it hits those warming lights. Think you're buying pure chicken? Think again. You're paying for water with a side of poultry.
Oh,
This
that's
liquid
disturbing.
injection makes each bird weigh significantly more. So you're essentially buying a sponge that's been soaked in chemical juice.
Costco is facing
That's really disturbing. Okay. Well, that's good to know, I guess. Alright, guys, that's it for today. Why don't you tell me what you think about these? You gonna eat a McDonald's again?